Lake Erie State Park here in New York. We're going to pull in and then let you guys see what it's about.
And we hope we're in the right spot because I saw a sign back there that said Lake Erie State Park. Is this the campground or not? I did put campground into my GPS. It looks like we might be headed the right way.
See buildings and a flag.
Enter the traffic circle, then your destination will be on the left.
Here it is. In the little town of
Your
Dunkirk.
destination is on the left.
It's that way. Okay, our tour starts here. We just went through the check-in station. We're going to check out the day use area. That is a really cute pond over there, and there's a nature trail right there. We're zooming by, but it is wheelchair accessible.
Is that the pond?
Yeah, there's a little pond over there.
It's a fishing pond.
Yeah, cute. And of course they have a disc golf here for all you disc golfers. But it's also a very beautiful area to walk around. And the other day I saw a doe and two fawns frolicking across that field. Well, the fawns were frolicking.
They were frolicking.
Mom just was walking.
I guess moms don't frolic.
I've seen big deer frolic. So a lot of green space around here. And I don't know if you can tell, but the sky is about the same color as the water, but Lake Erie is straight ahead. So this is a day use area. You can see they have a basketball hoop over there. Field.
Basketball field, maybe.
There is a big building up here. Pavilion, picnic areas, and again, the disc golf out here. There's a goal right there.
I don't know if they're called goals.
Or whatever it is, a basket. And there are trails too. That was the trail we just passed, so finally got some trails. And we're gonna circle around to the left. Give you a good view of, because I'm not sure how close we can get. Whoa.
As we rumble in here.
That wasn't good. Okay, so there you go. That's a little like beach area, day use area, picnic, volleyball, playground. And if you walk just to your left, that'll take you just right back to the campground. Either up that green hill over there or right through the woods. I think there's some people walking. You might be able to see the orange shirt. Playground. That backs up to the pavilion. There's restrooms. Beautiful place to walk your dog. And take pictures of the sunset. All right, now the campground. Oh, and they do have these dog pots around, which is really nice. And they have aspens here. All right, to the campground. Because that's what everybody really wants to see, right? So a little bit about our videos before we get to the campground. If we go too slow, use your settings and speed us up. If we go too fast, use your settings and slow us down. And we don't take pictures of people while they're out enjoying the day. And this is a 102 campsite campground. So we'll try to show you as much as we can, but not a lot of people left this morning. So if you don't want to watch the whole video, you can just skip to the wrap up and we'll tell you about the campground.
Do you know if they upgraded the website as far as the campsites are since they renumbered them?
Campsites have been renumbered, and I am almost positive it's been updated because we made our reservations in 2025. So as of 2025, the numbers have been changed. So if you had a favorite site, it will probably be a different number in the A section. I can't speak of the other sections.
Yeah, they closed down the sites next to the water because the ground was giving away
Yes.
along the bank.
There's that trail right there. It's called the Woodland Nature Trail. Handicapped accessible. All right, there is the check-in station. That's where we came in. And we're gonna go ahead and go straight. And turn to the right. Okay, I wanna give you a word of caution. If you go to the left and go out on that road to the right, There is a road that has only 11,
12 foot.
no,
No.
that
okay.
way is 11 foot. It's 11-foot clearance. It's, I think, Lakeshore Road. And there's also 1210 on the other entrance. So check where you're going. There is a dump station and there's a water fill station. And again, lots of beautiful green space. Checkout here is at 11 o'clock. Water fill. Okay, there is a day use area through the trees. You can see pavilion, and again, that's looking through the trees.
And you have dumpsters to the left.
Yes, and playgrounds.
There's an overview of the park. Panoramic.
With BD campsites and cabins to the left and A campsites to the right.
And a playground.
And N campsites are straight ahead.
To the left. And here we go.
Doing A first. Okay. So you'll see the numbers that I'm pointing out are the correct numbers. So there is A1 right there. These are very much like the other New York state parks we've been to. A lot of grass. A2. Okay, so there's sites on the left. Right there. Oh, this is also no water. A32 is right there. There's A3. A4. A5. You might be able to see the day use area through the trees. And A6 is right there where that travel trailer is. We just passed A7, but there's folks sitting out. And right there is A8, and there's a site on the left. But you have plenty of room between you and your neighbor. So right there is site A10. I can see these numbers so clearly.
Great view of Lake Erie with A10.
A10, nice site. But there's the lake. And that's where we just were. If we could have driven down there, that's where we'd be. That's day use area. A11, another nice site. If that's it on the right, I'm going to focus on the left.
These sites right here on the right, they used to be RV sites here on the right, but that's what they closed down because the unstable ground.
Yes.
And renumbered it for 2025.
Right. So on the left over here is A13, that empty site, and then there's a bunch of people out up here. I'll just give you a view of Lake Erie. If you just walk out here though, you can get some really beautiful sunset pictures.
A14 on the left.
Right. There's a lot of folks out over there because it's a beautiful view. Here's A16 right there. There we are at A19, and there are sites that we missed. There were people walking, so again, we're very careful. A21 is right there, and there are sites on the left. A23 and A25. A17, A26 is right there. We came back around, and then you can see A27 and A28. Bathhouse is right there, and we're going to go around and catch the other areas. This guy playing the guitar.
Yeah, I talked to him. He's just learning.
A31, yeah, I was with you. Individual bathrooms there and showers. So there are 3 bathrooms, I think, and 3 showers. A32 right there. These we passed a while ago. I'm not sure if you could see them. And A33 is right there. And A34 is right there. B8. And a lot of people out. So we're just going to face forward and so you can get the lay of the land. That Class C is a B1. Here are some sites. There are sites on the left and the right. But again, a lot of folks out. B2 is right there.
B5 across.
And B3. They are cleaning the bathrooms. Bathrooms were clean, and there is a little library. I don't see any books. Now the cabins are up here, but there's no place to turn around. But if you want a cabin, they have cabins 3 through 10 that way. And 1 through 2 is this way. So we're gonna try to show you as much of this as possible. But again, a lot of people out. It's beautiful here in New York today. So that's a larger cabin. Now the tent area is going to be straight ahead, but we're going to go to the left. So I'll just do a pan of the tent area. And there are campsites on the left here, RV sites. Like,
D5.
yeah, D5, D6 right there. And there's what the tenting area looks like. Pretty, look at that tree. That beautiful tree. There's water out there.
D7 on the left. There's a Coleman right there. It's on site D8 probably.
Yeah, I didn't get that
Yep,
really good.
D8.
But D9. So this sites pretty much look like all the other sites. D10, some have trees, some do not.
D10 is right by a water fill.
Yes, and you can see on the map where the water fills are. Here's D11. Here's some sites on the right. D13 with birds. D15. There is a trail up here, but when I checked it out, it was closed for tree work. D17. D20 to the right.
There's a canyon.
Okay. D21.
4-wheel drive.
We're looking for a truck. So if we yell out truck names, that's we're taking notes. D23 and D25. Okay, looking forward. We just passed D30 on the left. There is a D31 that way. And then there's D34 to the left. Can't really see it, but it looks just like all the other sites.
There's D35 right there. 36 rather.
36 is right there. And then you can see we're coming out of this little loop. It's pretty busy right through here. And we'll head back to Ruff Road. There's D40. A couple sites right there. Cabins are over there overlooking the lake. Now from a lot of these sites you can see the lake.
Here's an overview.
Yeah.
A loop.
A loop right there.
There we are.
Yep, that Class A motorhome, the gray one. All right, and back to Ruff Road. Another look at these, A3, A4, A5. I do like the A section better, I think. Lake Erie. Feels like you're at the ocean, right? Or on the Gulf. Except the water was pretty muddy the other day, right?
Yeah, it was at the beach.
Yeah, but the waves were lapping up. It was really windy out there, so probably stirring up a lot of silt. Let's another look at it. It's just beautiful. We have enjoyed our little stays on Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Kind of like in New York. Very scenic. Stay tuned for the wrap up and we'll tell you what to do in the area and a little overview of the campground.
Before we get started, let's have a disclaimer here. We are not at Lake Erie State Park. We are at Sarah's Campground in the city of Erie, Pennsylvania, actually, not New York even. But the driver, because we didn't have a chance to do a wrap up when we were there.
Sometimes we just run out of time.
Yes. So we're going to do the wrap up from Lake Erie for Lake Erie State Park here at Sarah's Campground. But as far as Lake Erie State Park goes, it was a nice park. It was in New York near Brockton. It's like 100 campsites, 10 cabins, I believe, something like that. It's a hilly area, but our campsite is not hilly.
And the campground itself is pretty flat.
Pretty flat.
You won't have any problems. the campsites sometimes can be a little mounded, but still, you won't have any problem, I don't believe.
It's grass and dirt site. They're kind of older sites, but we got in okay.
Gravel, there's a little bit of gravel there, like once upon a time there was gravel.
Yeah, like a lot of the older parks have. But it's a big park. It's a nice park. We do have 50 amp service here at our site. We do not have water. You have to bring your own water to this state park. They do have water fill stations. When you come into the park, they have a water fill station. Then they have spigots located around the park that you can fill up your jugs or whatever you need to fill up for water. As far as internet service goes, we did use our Starlink there, and it worked okay.
Yes. Yeah, T-Mobile was a little weak. And Verizon, again, maybe we're just not in Verizon area. I mean, it worked. It will do okay for you for basic needs.
Now you can walk your dog around the parks here, around the campground roads. You can ride your bikes around here. What else do they have?
Well,
Nature trail.
They had a disc golf course. They
Yep.
have a beach access, no lifeguard, but you can walk along the beach and sit out by the beach. They have playgrounds. They have there's deer. Again, the trails we talked about. Now this is a seasonal park, so the campground isn't open all year, but the park itself is open all year. So just check the website for those dates to make sure if you're planning on staying there that it is open.
Yes, I would imagine during the winter it's under snow.
Yeah. So it's you can ride your bike around the park. You can walk around the park, and like I say, they do have trails, grassy trails, nice wide mowed trails. Not a lot of trails, not very long. If you take your dog on them, look out because there's deer there.
Now, one thing about when you reserve your sites, they did close some of the sites that were along the lakeside, because the shoreline is eroding away, so they closed those, and they renumbered the campsite. So this is kind of like the new thing, right there.
So if you see two numbers on your campsite, don't have a heart attack like I did. And it's the big number.
The big
So
number.
this it changed in 2025. So you're at the right place.
Yes.
No worries. Also, from many of the sites, you will have a water view. We could watch the water. We were at, what site were we at? I don't remember.
19?
Site 19, I think so. 18 or 19?
Something like that, 19, I believe.
Anyway, I'll put it down below. We travel so much, it's hard to keep all the sites in our heads. But from our site, we could see the water. And it was so nice to sit there and see the water moving out front. And sunsets, oh my gosh, the sunsets were beautiful.
Yes.
So walk to the water wherever you are in the campground. It's a short walk to see the water and watch the sunset. It's beautiful.
Now, we did use the showers there.
Mm-hmm.
They were clean showers. If I remember right, there were 3 showers and 3 bathrooms, but they all have their own separate door from outside.
Right,
You just go in
private.
and lock your door, so they're private.
Yeah.
And the water pressure and the hot water was pretty good, so overall, no complaints.
Except Saturday morning. Don't recommend showering Saturday
Yeah,
morning.
they kind of run a little low on hot water. It's more tepid, but
But it's
it was
fine.
okay.
It's fine. We usually don't go during that busy time, but we did that day. They do have tent sites. There are tent sites around that are primitive. They have a tenting area.
yes. Now, if you're in the area, my wife took by herself actually, took a little excursion to a place called Lilydale.
Lilydale.
So go ahead.
Yeah, it is a spiritualist community. And for those of you that might be a little woo-woo or spiritual beliefs, it is a very highly energetic place to go walk around and just be in that area. There's a lot of mediums there, but you don't have to go there for a reading. It's just a beautiful, peaceful place to walk around. There are trails. There is a beautiful lake there, and just the houses are older and the gardens are beautiful. So many flowers, and they have many workshops there that you can join in on, or services that you want to attend. Healing, there's a healing temple. So I went there 2 days. It's a really nice place to visit if you're in the area. Mr. D did not want to go.
I had dog duty. Literally.
It has, there's a coffee shop and there's a couple of little places to eat there. And, you know, not many, but a couple of gift shops or places if you want to buy crystals or chimes or, you know, different types of things, prayer flags, books, all that kind of stuff. So, and there's a lot of history there. So you can learn about the history of the area as well. And the ferry trail, which is really cool.
So that's called Lilydale. If you choose to go there, it's very, very close to the campground.
Right. If you're ever in Florida, you may have heard of Casadega. Casadega is, Lilydale came first, but then the guy who founded Lilydale came down and founded Casadega in Florida.
That's
and
close to Orlando.
Yeah, it's a really cool place to visit too. Same concept.
Question of the day is,
What area of New York is worth a visit for our future travels or for our viewers? Let us know.
we just did like the Buffalo area, Buffalo back to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we just kind of followed the line of Lake Erie.
Yes.
And of course, Lake Ontario, we did pop up to see that because we went to Niagara Falls. But what area would you recommend or what campground would you recommend in New York? Let us know in the comments.
So one day when we get brave enough to venture, we'll go.
Well, we got to go to Maine.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, it's kind of hard to get to Maine unless you go through New York.
Yes.
There might be a way around it, but I don't think so.
Anyway, one day in the future, that'll be our goal. So, if you would, click like and subscribe. It really helps us. And what else we have to do? Click like, subscribe, and hit the bell.
Hit the bell, but
Yeah,
also
that's three things
you
there.
know, this is
Comment.
this is a labor of love that we do. We enjoy sharing these places, so I really love hearing your comments. And you know, if there's someone else you know that would like to hear about a place that we're talking about, share it with them.
Nope. Gary and Sharon, Rough Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom. Signing off. Hope to see you on the road someday. Stay safe. Safe travels.
And if you see us, say hi.